A lot of people speculate that in the next season, Demon Hunters will finally get their third void-themed specialization. There is a lot of controversial evidence, so let's break it down one by one. The first real clue that we got is one of the 8 bosses in the new raid. Even the devs specifically referred to this boss as a mysterious council of demon hunters that somehow made their way to Karesh. If you ask me, this type of wording is a little bit sus. It's like the devs want to tease something and draw our attention. Now, this council consists of 3 members, and if we look at their armors, one looks more Havoc-like, the other more Vengeance-like, and then there is this blue-purple guy in the middle, which is weird. You have the Havoc, the Vengeance, and the blue-purple guy, who looks like this. And everyone was saying, what the hell is this guy doing? Why is he in the middle? Why is he drawing attention to himself? And what are these kind of warglaives, which remind of ethereal and void? So everyone was pumped, and they were saying, okay, this is a void-themed demon hunter. Maybe there is a third spec coming. Maybe the devs are teasing us. Why are they focusing so much on this guy? And let's see, who is this guy? He has new abilities that are void-themed. Like he has the Devour Sire, he throws void orbs with this. He has the Void Step, teleports through the void. Hungering Slash, like hitting with a scythe, if we check the icon here. And then Crouching Oblivion. So this guy has void-themed abilities. If we check the text from the dungeon journal, it says, Adarus Duskblaze, which is his name, is now a demon hunter brimming with barely contained abyssal power who seeks to devour the void energy surrounding Manaforge Omega, which is the new raid. What we get from here is that this is a demon hunter who is thirsting for void energy. He wants to devour void energy. And we also have some backstory from some quests that have been posted. So here is a quest called The Void Confluence, which reads, At last, Rafa, with the promise of this fragment's power and my mastery over the Illidari ways, I will be ready to fight the Shadow Guard and any other threats the Void throws at us. Leona spoke of a cave near Shadowrun where the Void energies suffusing Karesh converge. Meet us up there and play a part in my ascension. So this guy is willing to ascend, he's willing to take in Void energy, and he's getting help from a person named Leona. So who is Leona? Leona is Leona Darkstrider, a Void Elf, and another dialogue from her has been posted, which reads, He and I have a pact. I provide the path for him to harness the Void and become like me. And he teaches me the ways of the Illidari, so there is an exchange here. This guy here, Adarus, he wants to absorb the Void, and at the same time Leona wants to learn the ways of the Illidari. Now, since Leona is a Void Elf, we can safely assume that this is a tease for Void Elf Demon Hunters in the future. Remember, they have the same animations as Blood Elves, so it's not much work, they're ready, they can be Demon Hunters anytime soon, so I bet this is something that's coming. And at the same time, how would the Demon Hunt to absorb the Void better than working with a Void Elf? She says, both of us require power from outside ourselves to succeed. The harvest of Ramonath was the first step in achieving my goals. For Adarus, it will require the Void energy contained in this corrupted shard of Karesh. So she's leading him towards a Void shard that he's going to absorb. Will it be enough? From what I know of my people, I believe so. Will Adarus be up to the task? That I am less sure of. But no power is gained without a risk, so they're about to undertake a ritual to help him absorb the Void, and she is uncertain about the potential outcome. And here is the last screenshot from right where the ritual takes place. Adarus is preparing his mind and body for the ritual. Our task is to place the fragment, that blah blah blah. The point is, they're performing a ritual for Adarus to absorb the Void, and he's concerned that it might not go well. Well, given the fact that he ends up being one of the bosses, it probably did not go well, and that's how he absorbed all the Void energy, and now he's mad, he wants to consume more Void energy, and he goes to the raid to look for it, and we're there to stop him. Now, what are his comrades doing? I'm not 100% sure. This was the first failed experiment. Failed experiment of a Demon Hunter trying to absorb the Void, and Leona has some insights into it, because she observed the ritual, she knows what went wrong, and maybe now she can offer insight on how to do it better, and she could be our leader in the future to help Demon Hunters absorb the Void properly, so we can have a third Void-themed spec. The next nice piece of evidence we have is this image right here. This is supposed to be leaked image, and a lot of people are worried that this might be fake. This shows a third spec of Demon Hunter clearly illustrated here. It's called Entropy, and it's supposed to use 200 weapons, polearms, 200 axes and swords, and use a scythe, the scythe ability from the Demon Hunter Council fight, Hungering Slash, this icon. The Entropy spec is designed with 200, inspired from, of course, Alari, the Soul Eater, which is one of the main Demon Hunter characters in Demon Hunter campaign in Legion. She has drawn a lot of attention to her, she's very popular, and a lot of people have speculated 200 Demon Hunter because of her. So either this is happening, or the person that created this fake image plays around this fantasy to make it sound realistic. So let's examine this picture and see whether it's correct or not. There are some issues with this picture. First of all, the icon that they used for the entropy spec is actually a Hearthstone card recolored. It's this one, Arana Starseeker. Some people say this is a little bit lazy. I'm not sure if Blizzard would do this, recolor one of these cards and use it as a spec icon. Maybe they're right, but to play the devil's advocate a little bit here, if you check the transmog of this Demon Hunter Council, you see here we have a full set from Legion and another full set from Legion, and here in the middle with our Void friend, we have random leather pieces put together to create a terrible transmog in my opinion. This is extremely lazy if you look at it. You guys have to create 8 bosses every 6 months and this is one of them, and this is what you came up with. You didn't create any new art, you just put together random Cataclysm and Legion and whatever pieces to create this aberration. This is terrible. So I'm saying, if they were lazy enough to put this in the game, couldn't they just do this and create this icon here for the spec? I say it's possible, but quite unlikely. The second problem here is that the Vengeance icon here is wrong. That's not what the Vengeance tier spec looks like. The icon, they have a purple Demon Hunter with purple glaives. So this is wrong. This is a big red flag. This screenshot might be fake, but I was wondering the following thing. Other than that, this screenshot is very well put together. The Havoc text is accurate. I've checked it. The icon is correct. Here the Vengeance text is accurate. Everything is accurate. And I'm wondering, if you're someone that's able to put together such a realistic screenshot and create it with AI or with Photoshop, and you pay attention to details to make it look realistic, would you really, for no reason, change the portrait of Vengeance? Why would you do this? I think it's also likely that this is Blizzard's work. If you want to introduce a new spec, which is more related to the Void and to blue-purple, this might be a little bit misleading. I think that the Metamorphosis card from Hearthstone is way more iconic for a Vengeance Demon Hunter, and it would make sense that this is used instead as a Vengeance talent portrait. Maybe I'm tripping here, maybe I'm sniffing hopium, but I don't know, man. This could be real. The last sus thing about this picture is the icon up here. It looks very similar to the Havoc icon, but turned blue. So this could be a hint that this is a fake image. If you take a very close look at this geometry here, if you compare it with Havoc, it's quite different. I don't think this is the Havoc icon. Maybe this is a self-made icon that the creator of this fake image generated, but it's not the Havoc icon. Maybe I'm bringing you fake news, and if that's the case, I will find the people who are hiding behind this picture, I'll hunt them down and make them pay. And then finally, we also have this data mined blue demon form, which looks really nice. This could be just the demon form of Adarus Duskblaze. So maybe this is just the demon form of this Demon Hunter and doesn't have anything to do with the third Demon Hunter spec. What I believe is that at the very least, we're gonna get a Demon Hunter customization for Metamorphosis. If you combine this with the new blue Demon Hunter icon that was data mined, that I also used in the thumbnail, this icon is categorized as a player ability, as a Demon Hunter player ability, which indicates that Demon Hunter players are getting a blue Metamorphosis ability. I'm not sure whether this is going to be just a customization to give us a Void-themed Metamorphosis, and that's all, or whether this is going to be a new Demon Hunter spec that's gonna use the blue Metamorphosis that is also used by this boss. I think there is something happening for sure, like the Void-themed concept in Demon Hunters is explored for sure. Since we have the icon that is determined as a class ability, I think that at the very least we're gonna get a customized Void-themed demon form. I think that this text with Leona Darkstrider is a clear teasing about Void Elf Demon Hunters, and potentially this storyline explains us how we're gonna absorb the Void as Demon Hunters with the help of Leona Darkstrider. Perhaps other players will be involved in this process to create the new spec. Is it gonna be called Entropy and be two-handed? I don't know. This is still very wild and this screenshot could very well be a lie. Tell me in the comments what you think. If you enjoy the content, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, see you in the next one.